All right. Welcome. Today I'm going to try to explain to you in short why democracy doesn't really work anymore. This is not like a conspiracy theory or anything. It's based upon logic, based upon what's happening nowadays. Um, I'm not doing any politics here, really. I'm just explaining. I hope that a lot of people after watching this video know a little bit more about democracy. Democracy in theory works. In theory, every human thinks for themselves. Every human has their own opinions and they stand for their opinion. The problem is that most of the humans nowadays don't stand for their opinion anymore. They don't want the responsibility of power because every human is given a small bit of responsibility and a small bit of power. But most of the humans just choose to give away this power to vote for something or someone or a party so they don't have to take the responsibility of actually thinking about what they want, actually thinking about what is good for a country. And a big amount of politicians realize that. They realize that the only thing they need to do is get votes. Because if you get a vote, the person who voted you or voted for your topic just gave you the power to do something. And if 89% of a population don't do anything and don't really think about what they want and just vote for for a politician that is popular because everyone else votes for him, so why shouldn't I? Then the politicians, like the 2% of the politicians that get voted for, they can basically do whatever they want. And for the politician, it doesn't really count anymore what he does, what he changes. It only counts what the most amount of people think about him. If 80% of his voters think he's good, or 80% of all the voters in the country think a politician is good, the politician has won. If 2% of the population know that this politician is corrupt and he has like a pharmacy company that is silently doing animal experiments and whatever, and he's a fucked up human, actually he just wants power and money. But if only 2% of the people know this, it doesn't matter because the rest of the population is voting for him. The rest of the population is legitimating him. They are saying he is good, he's doing something right. And for the politician, only that counts. And the problem actually comes in, it's not just a problem of the people, but also of the system. The system realized that if they can just distract the most amount of people and distract the most amount of people to just vote for something and not do anything themselves, the actual chance of a revolution or of something changing in a bad way for the system or like for the people ruling the system is very small because like nothing, no one is doing anything. We are getting distracted in a massive way. We have a phone at home that takes away at least 10% of our time, and this time we spend on our phone is not really spent on thinking for ourselves. We just consume something. We consume someone else talking like you just do. We consume a song or an entertainment video or whatever, but we don't think for ourselves anymore. Then there's also like the whole textile industry, like the whole design industry. We spend at least 15% of the time we have thinking about what we should wear, what we should, how we should look, and how do I smell and whatever. And then there comes in like oh shit, there's a new song coming out. Like we talk about Taylor Swift and Kanye West and this and that, and then there are scandals all over the world. Oh shit, this scandal happened, that scandal happened. What the fuck happened here? But we don't really think about what's wrong in the system. We just think about what's getting told to us. We're just interested in hearing things to distract us. Our brain wants to be distracted, and our system exploits this on a very high level because we are our society starts to consume more and think less. Most of the people don't want to think anymore. Now I'm coming back to the point I made in the beginning. They don't want to take the responsibility they have. They don't want to take the power they have and do something. They just want to consume. They go to work thinking they're free. And yes, if you go to work, earn your money, to live, to actually live, to do what you want to do, then you are free. Then you're one of the freest people on the planet. But if you go and work the whole time, come home and spend your money on clothes and whatever, just because someone else told you the clothes look nice, or you go and buy like a luxury car, just because everyone else likes the luxury car, you're not really living. You're not really doing anything for yourself. You're And same thing goes with politics. Same thing goes with democracy. If you're just doing what everyone else is doing because it's told to be right, but you don't really know what's going on, it's not really your opinion. You're just too lazy to make up your own opinion. Then the system is not working anymore. Then there are like 2 or 3% of people who live in democracy and rule the democracy have the power. It's nothing more than a dictatorship, basically. Like, of course, we can change the system if we want to, but we don't want to. The system prevents us psychologically from changing anything because we are told that we can't change anything, that we shouldn't change anything, that it's not our problem. We aren't a problem. Our system isn't the problem. The problem is external. Terrorists are the problem, and wars are the problem, and corrupt systems are the problem. But we never think about ourselves because the system wants to exist. The system doesn't want itself to collapse. The system has no interest in collapsing, if you understand what I mean. If you just think about, most of the problems are coming from Europe. Like our textile industry is killing so many people across the globe, but we don't know about it because we're not told anything about it. You know what I mean? There's such a small amount of people actually know how much harm a jeans does. A jeans uses almost 200 liters of water and uses so many deadly chemicals, which are listed as highly poisonous in the periodic table, but they're just used to produce the jeans that we buy every day. But it's so far away. It happens like on the other side of the continent or on the other side of the planet that we don't get to hear anything about it. So it doesn't matter to us. And that's where the problem comes in. We don't think for ourselves anymore. We just follow. We just follow what's popular right now. And it's easier than ever. It's easier than ever to control the people because our attention span is so small. Our brain doesn't want to talk about something for a long time that is interesting and that could actually help someone. Our brain just wants to have distraction. It just wants to be free from thinking. It just wants to have distraction. It wants to be comfortable. It wants to be distracted, if you know what I mean. And that's a big problem we have right now. And I think how we can change it, how we can change the whole system across the globe is just, please start to think again. Turn on your brain. Think about what you want, what is important for you, what is important for the people around you. Don't just follow blindly. Don't just read the newspaper and think, oh yeah, that's right, they're wrong, whatever. Think for yourself. Everyone should be their own party. You shouldn't follow your party blindly. You should follow your rules. You should follow your own instincts, if you know what I mean. And that's how we can change the system to the better, because I'm 100% sure that the majority of people living on this planet want the best for everyone. But there's a small amount of people that control us because they realize if you just distract this big amount of a population and distract them into believing that we are doing something good, even though we're not, then this small amount of people, they can just do whatever they want for profits, for power, and we will not change anything because we're too lazy, because we're told we can't change anything. And that's, please, just try to think for yourself again. Don't follow blindly. Don't just look at your phone and look at the next fake news and think, yeah, nice, that's true or whatever. Just make up your own mind. Make up your own mind. We are 8 billion people on this planet, or even more. 9 even, I don't even know it. But Everyone thinks for themselves. If everyone thinks for themselves, then what really is the body of democracy will mostly turn out to be good. If the population really rules, the system wouldn't be that cruel. There wouldn't be so many wars. We should go for peace. But as soon as a small amount of people gain the power over something, it's all lost. It's all lost because these people, they will get eaten up by power. And in some way it's natural, like wars and stuff are natural. It lies in our instincts. But it's not rational. It can only happen because one person has so much power that he can let his irrationality take over his mind, if you understand what I mean. And yeah, just don't follow. Think, whatever you do, just think for yourself. And this is very easied up, like, for everyone. I hope most of the people understand or understood what I mean. There's a lot more not wrong, not right. Um, Maybe I'll go into what exactly is wrong with a dictatorship or whatever, or why, um, what do you call it? Like why power is very difficult to take away from someone. Um, yeah, but just for the start, I hope you could take some things with you. Um, yeah, I wish you a good day, good evening, good morning, whatever. Look after yourself, think for yourself, turn on your brain, even though it's difficult sometimes. You don't have the power to, and you just want to be distracted. Just try it out. It's very nice. Um, yeah. Peace out. Look after yourself. Um, Goodbye.